watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets.
Hey, all my fellow golf junkies, and welcome to this week's episode of Graybo's Giblets. We take all the noise out there in the universe and boil it down into 15-minute bite-sized giblets so you feel comfortable heading to the window or into the weekend. We out here dropping giblets. I hope you pick them up. I am your host, Denny One Time, joined as always by Susu's youngest child, Graybo. What's shaking, Bo?
What's going on? Ready for some golf this week? We did pretty well last week. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, wasn't the worst week. Wasn't the best for me, but we'll take it. We're also joined by our version of the Wizard of Oz, the guy behind the curtain, Fitzy, baby. Fitzy, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I'm in Milwaukee.
Very good. Do you want to start off by giving the people the one and done results from last week? A little update?
It's just one and done.
Yeah, we'll start with me again. Dropping another spot to 73rd. Decent.
Well, I hope you didn't burn good golfers to miss the cut.
Just use Max Homa and Morikawa who missed the cut. So this truly is turning into a nightmare.
How many total people are in this league?
There's 81.
All right.
Thanks for asking.
You're not last.
Denny, 56th. I think you fell a little bit.
Right, with the T11.
Yeah, T11 for the Billy Ho and Burns duo.
Hey, but that's a top 20.
Graybo went with the Kims. They got a top 7. And you're currently in 23rd. So
I didn't really move.
A lot of season
either.
left.
Yeah, you were 15th like 2 weeks ago, so you are falling. We got to get our life together here. All right, today on the podcast, we're going to break down everything you need to know going into this weekend's tournament, the Mexico Open at Vidanta. How do you pronounce it, Gray?
I pronounce it Anta.
Yeah, that works for me. We're going to break it down to 4 segments. We're going to give you daily fantasy picks. We're going to give you some one and done picks. We're going to give you our outright winners. And our final segment is We Ridin', which is our best bet of the week. So, Gray, before we start, can you give us a brief course update, please?
Yeah, let's go to the Mexico Open here. Not the best week whatsoever. I actually think last week had better golfers in it, and it was a team event. But we do have Jon Rahm this week. I love that the PGA is heading to a Greg Norman design course.
Is he not canceled, Greg?
He's not. Apparently, I was shocked to see that they are going back to this course. It's the Norman signature course. Plays about 7,500 yards. The type of golfers we're looking for bombers, very wide fairways, strokes gained approach, and we're looking for birdie makers. It's going to be a birdie fest, but the weather, be prepared to check that. Especially if you're playing these showdown slates, the wind can kick in, and scoring can be a little difficult when the wind is kicking down in Mexico. Rahm is actually plus 275 to win, which is the shortest odds on PGA Tour since 2013 Tiger Woods at the Arnold Palmer, which he won, by the way. So
that's pretty insane.
If that tells you anything.
This is part of a
He's
product.
also the defending champ.
Yeah, it's part of a product that it's Rahm. He's hot. He's defending champ, and it's just a really bad field.
And the field is horrendous.
So in the daily fantasy world, we're going to break our picks into three groups for you. We're going to say chalk is anything 9,000 and up. Value is between 7 and 9,000, and long shots are anybody below 7,000. So on the chalkier side, really it comes down to Rahm or not to Rahm.
Yeah, I love that title.
Yeah, so Gray, are you Rahming or not Rahm?
I'm going to Rahm this week. I'm probably only playing about 3 lineups this week, and 2 of them are going to be Rahm, and then I'll fade him in 1 just as my hedge lineup. So going Rahm, I don't have to say anything about him. It's Rahm or bust.
John freaking Rahm.
He's the best in the world right now.
Fitz, who you like up top?
I'm going to go Wyndham Clark. He cashed for me last week, my top 20. He's in incredible form right now. 4 of his last 8 events, he has a top 10. So I'm going to go Wyndham.
And when's the next time you're going to see Wyndham Clark at 9,700?
He's like, the 3rd or 4th favorite?
He is. Yeah. It's a weird world we're living in, but that is true. And honestly, in some lineups, I'm going to take Rahm, obviously, but just to be different here, I'm going to take Gary Woodland. Had some success here. One of the, few guys over 9,000. There's not many of them. So to be different, you got to kind of try hard. So I'm going that route. Between 7,000 and 9,000, Gray, who you like?
Yeah, I always go 2 here. One in the 8,000s, one in the 7,000s. 8,000s right up top at 8,900, which is Aaron Ray or Aaron Rye, however you want to pronounce it. Mr. Two Gloves. He was 48th at the Heritage, made the cut at the Valero, 28th, 19th at the Players. So he's in good form. And so for that price, I think he's my favorite golfer here. I think he can top 20 in this field easily. And then you go down to 7,600. Patton Kazire is a good little player. He also, he has bad days. He has to put 2 rounds together to make the cut. So hopefully he can do that in this field. And I think for that value, he's a good one to have, because if I have Rahm, I have to go down to the 7,000s a lot, and he's going to be my next guy to fit in.
Yep. Fitzy, baby.
I'm going with Will Gordon at 7,900, solely because of his stronger approach play. My model, and I ran thousands and thousands of simulations. He just kept popping up. I also did a little bit more research on Will Gordon, and I found 3 or 4 different people with extreme fades on him. So I love that. So I'm going to go with it.
I love your notes. Strong approach play.
He practices golf a lot.
Yeah. Dude, who do you like?
So I'm gonna go with Bo Hostler. Like, I never picked this guy. He had a stretch a couple years ago where he was hot for had a couple months where he had a moment, and then he's kind of faded into oblivion. And he played well last week. Pretty weak field. I would argue he's one of the better, most accomplished golfers really in the field. And so 8,800 is who I'm going with. So
did he play? He played with Wyndham last week.
He played with Wyndham last week. Yeah.
They were in the lead all tournament, and then Davis Riley makes that putt on 17.
Yeah.
Pretty clutch.
Yeah. So Wyndham and Hostler coming in hot, I would say. Long shots, anybody under 7,000? I know it's a really not a great list, but Gray, who are you digging from the bottom of the barrel?
I actually don't hate it down here, because these guys, I think, can play with the guys that are in the 8,000s, honestly.
Yeah.
So go Rahm. And I think I'm going to go with Ryan Gerard right at 6,900. You probably never heard of him. I went with him last week. He's a Corn Ferry guy. He's made 6 out of 9 cuts that he's played on the PGA Tour. Very weak field. For 6,900, I think he makes the cut. And I think he, at best, top 20 here. I really do.
I don't even have to ask, because I saw this name below 7,000. I know we went to college.
The pride of Darlington, England. The pride of Radford University.
We going to get him in the shop?
Callum Tarren.
Yeah, when's he popping in?
If he remembers who I am, maybe someday. I'm not sure, but he's at 6,800 on DraftKings. And
you guys party a lot together?
A few times, yeah.
Okay. Detox?
Good dude. He's a bomber.
Okay.
A lot of par 5s on this course. Weak field. I think he has a chance.
How many times are we going to say weak field in this podcast?
At least 8 more times.
Yeah, I'm going with Kadira, 6,700. Again, I struggled to find a lot of names there that I felt comfortable with, but I'm taking a swing with Kadira. So moving into our one and done, Gray, who do you like in your one and done format?
Yeah, I mean, I still have Rahm. I don't want to use him here, even though he's going to win. But I'm going to go with Matt McNeely. He's 35-1. A golfer's name that I do know in this tournament. He plays in some strong fields. His form is decent. I'm just taking a stab here. And also, this is a tournament where you want to take a wild card, maybe take a guy that no one's picking, and hopefully you can catch up with the field. So I hope no one's taking them.
Yeah.
Right, but how many people do you think are going to take Rahm and one and done?
That is a good question.
37 people have already burned them.
37.
Out of
I don't think a lot are taking them this week.
I don't think a lot will.
I think two
a sneaky good
two
play.
or three. Yeah. We our one and done's all about the money, and this is not a very big tournament.
True.
So I'm saving them.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of people have already burned them. Save them for like a big playoff or U.S. Open major, something like that. Is where my thinking is. But don't ask us about one and done.
No, ask me.
We're not very good.
I'm the authority on one and done this year, and I'm going with Gary Woodland because I truly don't care anymore. And he hits stingers. It gets windy out there, and I just
below the wind.
Yeah,
I like it.
Go Gary.
All right, and I'm taking Tony Finau. I think he's the second best golfer in this field.
Ooh.
If you're not going to take Tony now, I don't know what you're. I never feel good taking Tony Finau, and so if he gets me a top 5 here, I'll be okay with that.
His first 2 tournaments he's won on tour have been in really bad fields.
Yeah. Okay. So let's head into the outright winners. Like, if daily fantasy and one and dones aren't getting you excited, you can always pick winners, baby. And so, Gray, Who are you betting?
Guys, I really need a win. I'm very cold. I don't think I have gotten a win yet since Max Homa when he won the Farmers. It's been some time.
Yeah.
It's been some time. So I'm taking McNeely because he's my one and done guy at 35-1. Love those odds. And then Mr. Two Gloves, Aaron Ray himself, 45-1. And I know, Duke, you got him at a better price.
Yeah, I can't believe it moved that much in a day. We'll get to mine in a second, but Fitz, who are you betting?
I'm going to go with Wyndham Clark. 19-1 is the best odds I've seen so far. I'm also going to take a little bit of Grillo at 55-1.
Ew.
Yeah, horrible. Just a atrocious pick. He's obviously notoriously one of the worst putters. But
so
I can't pronounce the type of greens that they're putting on this week, but he's like a sneaky like top 10 putter on these greens. So
wow, look
a little
at you
bit more
research.
forgiving. So Grillo,
Giblets. Those are some giblets he's
that's
dropping.
Pick 'em up, baby.
It's a weak field.
All right.
And lastly, obviously, you always bet Callum. So I found him at 150-1.
Let's go.
Jam
One
it in.
time.
Jam the money in the window. All right. So I'm going to follow up my Hostler pick earlier with a 40-1 on my man, Bo Hostler. I'm taking Mr. Pendrith at 55-1. And then I'm also taking Mr. Rye. Again, I got him at 55-1. The fact he's already down to 45-1, that late money's flying in. That means Vegas knows something that we don't with Aaron Rye here.
I think I might hop on with you with Pendrith.
Yeah, I mean,
55.
Anybody named Taylor has played pretty well the last 3 months. If you follow all the Taylors, for a while I was betting all the Cams. Now just bet all the Taylors. They finished top 20 over and over again. All right. So our final segment, we call it We Riding. It's our one bet of the week that we actually will jam some decent money in. This is the one we care about the most.
3-0 last week,
On your big bets,
right? We're
Oh, wow.
3-0 on this.
we did top 20. Yeah.
Burns and Horschel top 20, finished tied for 11th. And then Fitz with the big Wyndham and Bo top 20 at plus money. So came in third.
Printing money.
Better.
Printing money, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So where's the money going this week, Gray?
Yeah, let's stay with the top 20s. Let's live in this area because, again, Fitz, we got a weak field. At plus 170, Aaron Rye is going to top 20 here. He's made every cut in the past 4 tournaments. So I think he tops 20 here in this field. Watch him get dead last, but
Fitz, how much are you betting on the guy from Radford in this bet?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm going Callum. I'm going to go out further than top 20, though. I'm going to go top 40. So I'm at plus 175. What was it, the RBC? He missed the cut by a stroke. So he's getting there. I think he can definitely top 40 this field.
Yeah. I like it. And I'm going again back to Bo Hostler, top 20, plus 175 on DK.
Shop's name Graybo.
Graybo Hostler.
Some juju.
Graybo Hostler. All right, kids. Well, that is all for today. Appreciate you riding with Graybos. Be sure to tune in next time to clown Fitz on this week's picks. Please make sure you're subscribed. We'd be honored if you gave us a review and a follow. For details and show notes, you can go to graybos.co/giblets. Please email us at info@graybos.co. You can follow us on the gram at graybos_cards or stop by our shop where we're sitting right now at 214 East Gray Street, Graybo Sports Cards. As always, we appreciate you.
Thanks for riding with Graybos.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Giblets.
Was that my line?
Brock Purdy was irrelevant. Now I'm at the front like a cutting line. G5 to the power 5. Graybo's on fire like it's summertime. I know they watching. I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down. Place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window?